Hello, collective. This is Divinely Guiding, Chosen, Starseed, Spiritually, 7, 7, and 7. Giving you 21. 21 is the the world and perception too. It's so many influencing and building of I call it the devil. The devil is represent of business, okay, and earthly matters, and it's about the individuals, person, place, and thing. The energy surrounds it of that energy, Capricorn, and that has a green is a chakra that has to do with the heart. So also you have Taurus and the bull. Also you have the Virgo or Virgin, which is the creates uh, birthing ideas. Seeing like I read a book, and 9 to 10 I can see I have it, but I know who I am. If I start something, then I'm not gonna stop. This is why you give a little bit and let others to find their own way. Now, let's get in here. Gardens of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I called on you and welcome you here. And now I set an intention that whatever is the gain from the lesson learned from the tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. The grand rising, and also a shade and amen. Now, all right, so one thing I want to talk about is the wisdom. Wisdom is very in a function of one as a function, right? It's the women, right? But also the function is a man can be in the function as what women does. Okay. Now, you use the roles, okay? Now, wisdom is the communication, give you what's the downloads come to the mother, and mother gives the information down to the daughter, the children. It's the mothering of the function and how within a house can be as a family in or connecting to big families, uh, places, and everything. But also, it's in a home, in an environment, could be in a work setting. It could be wherever you do a 3, 9, and 5. If that makes sense. So now I was reading about a cucumber. It's called cucumber batch. And I didn't know what that was about. And I was reading information is about the women. But it was really a bad word and a negative word because it depends on of a wisdom of slacking of functions of women, and also it gives you both as a masculine too in the function of it of wisdom. Now, and wisdom has to do with your thoughts and what you decide of choices that you make in this world. And when you figure it out that okay, but it has something it's like a is that it's derogative, or I say is a separation of it. But to me, it was it's Taurus, a target. See, it's a Taurus. So that means Taurus. Maybe there's a Taurus energy is a bullheaded. Right, here we go. So that maybe some significance or a resonate of reason why it was called a bully. But to me, from a son as a child in that predicament of being tainted from what of some took something the goods that he had and caused him tainted and not to grow. Does that make sense? And the functions of both of the reversal, how things happen when it starts at the children at the root. When the root is close to the ground, and when they're young, it comes from the ground. It's going to tell you how it starts and why it was targeted at a point because somebody knew that young man was going to be great. use my ancestors, sacred ones, and God, and that's God, and like I said, the guides. Okay, we got called guides. I say guardians, and also as angels. And my ancestors is the one that love you, and to bring subconscious to dark to light. We're here for to go back to that certain time, dark times, and hidden things to bring knowledge to where slack was, and to bring back to change it. There's a lot of work with that. You have to look at yourself, the reflecting of it. And the mirror has been reflected with the moon cycles, phases, and also the eclipse with Saturn energy, and that is all together. So you would have mother, father, and everything in here. So why? You have to understand it. Some you don't. You just you deal with it, but you still don't like it. Now, influence in here. Now, my understanding is power is conditioning and of this whole world. And some people have ceased to do things in this world. And some things ain't always good. And you might not like it at all. But what reason keeps it hidden is for purposes for who's selected and who's not. If that makes sense. I kind of say if someone picked you almost 50 years, then that's almost a whole 100. Just imagine in different type of pesos, 50 would be really 100, I guess. Or if it's 100, no, I'm right. So that's a whole long time to give something that of age. That makes sense. So my understanding is that if this resonates for you, person, place, and thing, collect masculine, divine, twins, partners. This here is something of nothing new up under the sun because it's absorbing. But the moon is reflected. The clouds is reflected. It dims and shines and hidden things for things to do things of what we do daily, hands really. So the cucumber batch had a bad word with the B word. Because understand that cucumbers is known as cucumber sandwiches, weddings, different type of teas, coffees and teas. So become as known as a batch of cucumbers and meals and salads and different things that women do and use in their teas and their brunches. Okay. Now we're dealing with the women and the functions of it with masculine intendings of what as a male what a woman should be, and a woman should tell a man what not should be, or however it's the function. And sometimes the family just is, all over the place, confusion, and become who's right and who's not. So now the Cupid, I found these cards, and this says Ninja Cat. Ninja Cat. That's a feminine and a masculine, but this is women. This is women. This is gonna be women, right? And because it is ninja, right? So, but it has a tag. Now, upon a time, I went to look about past little things that happened in different years, and I realized that some of the women was fighting, and they pioneer with their armed hats and ready to fight. And women are always the hunt, the hunter, and lion is the to watch. But my understanding, but when you change the roles and things shifted and you become something else, and sometimes the functions slack of functions. Okay. It's got man is going against the woman, and the woman go against the a woman go against a man, a man go against a woman, and then you end up be both of them slack. Ain't no one is wrong. It's like all the wrongs and which one is right. No, it's all wrong because after that, ain't nothing clean. It's dirty. It's it's just a bad thing and nothing good from neither one. But gas, gas got a lot to do with light. A lot of gas, stinky things too. You can smell it. Everybody got communication how they feel about it. A lot of gas around. So, to me, it's for who I am. I read philosophy and different things with the P word, strong, positive and negative P's that gives the information about who I am, and I like to read and to get understanding, enlightenment, and to understand about myself and others, and a lot of psychic edge, seer, to be able to see enlightenment, to see others, and some things are different and some people can't understand about it, but this gets some information. Now, I picked 395. I was trying to figure out how can I put that different type of a chakras that I'm using in here. So one of them was number 5. Number 5 was going to be the energy was going to be fire. Fire was going to be there would be Aries and Leo and Sagittarius, and the purple was going to be communication, and that would be as purple around your thoughts. So that would be like Aquarius, Gemini, and Virgo. That is more of the information communications and different things speak and different things from Aquarius, Gemini, and I think let me see. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Excuse me. Now, the other one is going. It's the white one with the band, and that will be like Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So I messed up. So that was the one, but purple was going to. It's going to be the air signs, and that is Libra and Gemini and Aquarius. So now let's get number 5. 5 is challenges, and with that Aries, that's Ram. That's a whole head. So just imagine that 5. The energy is the head, and it's like fighting. It's like he got the sword here. The sword still, with the sword in here, with the different things, it's still just to put. This person can be a Libra, and this can be Aries mixed together. It's just. So what I have here, I got 395. 395. If this is a year of 395, or the information I'm getting is 3, as my understanding was an Empress. Empress is the feminine of Empress, since we're in June of that communication. So with that, that's like I said, it's going to be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So they're gonna give me an understanding 395 that it's about the what we do, express, and abundance of 9 to 5. That means 9 to 5 have to do with something working. Okay, so this is a feminine of function and of a 9 to 5. An influence in how we deal with the same thing that you're doing and somebody else is doing. It's a challenge and competition, and it is a gaslighting. The fire was left. It's a smelly stink. Gas is everywhere from the behind, because it's about booty and commerce, but it's a back rear end on it. That mean rear end mean behind on somebody, and got some stinky gas. Okay? Meaning, if it's hanging around, then you acting like it. That makes sense? That means you got something left over. Can be left behind too. And left behind is real, and is real about the butt. And with the function, I mean, that's the biggest thing in the world right now is the butt. The big old butt. Yow. And that's the feminine. She got a what? Either she got legs or she got a big back. Big old back on. So with that, she gonna pack it. If you know what I mean, pack it. If it's too little, she sure gonna pack it back on there, baby. She gonna put some hips on there. She gonna add more pack. She gonna want that small waist and that big yah on that backyard. If you know what that means, these languages, backyard. Get that little French here. Got a little bit of little there, all over the place here. The girl got certain things signifies that brings tide to something to get to understand what's really going on and what I'm speaking about. It's a lot of things here with all the gifts here. Now, $3.95, little Dorothy partner and got a little like that $3.99. You know what happened with that? Man, it's still funny. It's still funny in the 80s. HBO, hello. With the box, you got the little on and off. Boy, it was so funny. And it has to do with the work. And it has to do with that rats. You know, with mouse. They put different things in there. Oh my God, it was a lot of stuff. They had certain kind of thing they was eating. I think some type of creamer or something. I don't remember. Coffee cream, whatever it was they was using. Then they ended up using the wrong one. Had the same the box was the same as whatever they was using type of creamer. It's something else. I still think it's funny. It's so funny. But it's the three women in this van. He was sitting in there in the office. And you know what they do? The men in the business, right? And this may tie into what I'm saying or what person, place, whoever have been in a work setting with that type of business customer service representative, if this is about you. Okay. Now, that's 9 to 5. What you do daily, however, if you're not doing a 9 to 5 like you did before in the work setting, then you do it at your home, or you building your own set. So now I brought in Nina Simone up in here. Nina, you know this is here. I'm gonna put some things that she says in here. It says I'm a real rebel with a cause. Okay, now she's from North Carolina, Tyrant. Okay, but she's a little she has Aries in her chart. Okay, and let's see, she's a singer, songwriter. Okay, I believe that she also she basically stayed in France too, my understanding. Okay, if it's more, then if I did something, please forgive me. It's a lot of things here. Then I have Miss Ida B. Wells. Okay. Now, I remember that when I was young. Okay. And Ida B. Wells is the way to right wrongs. It says, the way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon them. If that resonates. Come on, Ida. Ida got like them potatoes. Ida potatoes, Irish potatoes. Or russet potatoes. However, it would mean of Ida. You mean the I. D-A. That means she know all the intellect. She know it. And she was a Cancer. So we have in the energy is Aries and Cancer. Oh, what's up? What? I think it was July the 16th for her. Seems like it's going into that energy. We're going into, I think the last moon has to do with the firing in there. But we're getting that strawberry moon. It's soon, right? But now we're talking about women now, strong. And this says strong. So this is like some in the other, like we say, strong. Okay, so the celebration more than over 50 African American women who would change the world. Okay, so this is for the June of the Black Music Month. Music is songs and written in different types of speech communications of things. All right, so let me get some more information, because this will be here in light. So now, particular of this day is the 5th of June. And first thing that what I see in here in Gemini energy, still in Gemini, and of Mercury, you know. Also, still have to do with Gemini, has to do with lovers and communications. Okay, twins mean tied to something. And something else is tied to something else, and we understand that we're gonna be on B. We trying to be B. The BBB. Let's see a canary. What you call it? Red bird. Okay. Now, my understanding that energy is red. That red has to do with fiery, strong power here. So my understanding is about impulsive nature, and with that is connecting to somebody with the lovers of Gemini. Got pearls in here, lovers. You know, I think we was talking about casting out your pearl for swine, giving some of the spiritual understanding about wisdom, how we slack, as some as women slack. Also, men slack about their function too, because it seems like the same things of the function. We do things shouldn't do and end up come later. Let's say come back later. Okay. My understanding number 5 is it has a lot to do with challenge and competition, and also it's the Heirophant tarot card will be the Heirophant. Heirophant has to do with priests. The P words again, strong P's now, and negatives too. I understand that. But P, flip it upside down, gonna be D again. It's doors too. And also divisions and separation from things of marriages. Means contracts is going, this is a time for weddings. If it ain't weddings, it's like null and void. So I'm giving you positive things and negatives. So if it's not married, it's negative. Okay? It's meaning it's not a big happy family, all right? Okay? That means it's negative. But positive, you want the hope. You want the hope for someone and to celebrate for their marriages that's been gay. You don't want to go to some wedding and you know you ain't happy. Stay up at home. Don't be going in there. You're going to cause problems. You ain't happy to see your other person or somebody else is happy. Leave that alone. Find another reason why you can't go. Or change your spirit. Because you got power within source. You can do anything. You have it. Source is the energy that you have. It applies. You are important. So my understanding that in that energy of being that a connection. And this also is influencing. Where is the number thing about influence of the women and the men and the function of it both, and how you do and how you lift yourself and others, and not to lift another person, and to watch them, not to grow. You watch them, but don't want to see them growing nothing or to add to it. You know what is the worst thing to see something that you have the abilities to help another brother, sister, family in, and not help another? It's just the worst ever to watch, and not to add to nothing something else that you had to help. But not over 50 years. So I started with the Cumberbatch, how we taint and harm others when you know so much and the wisdom slack on to harm another so they can't grow. Now, it is a major arcana, the Hierophant it is, but it is sacred mysteries, and we're dealing with that Hierophant has always something to do with some secret mysteries, and it's human understanding of faith. How your faith and your hope. And when it's been tainted as a child, you know what that is. It stops the growth. I think the Denzel Washington, that particular Antoine Fisher, what about, and he's always on that particular, it was a poem, and he said, what about the little boy? And it's like, who's going to protect you to a child when the mother's not is not being a mother, okay? Not being parenting, and when she's in drugs or she's not in her right functions. What about it? I got to Ilana, okay, her Arthur. She's Arthur, right? Now this particular one. Now she's talking about the men. Now once before it's another Arthur, and I'm probably gonna get her book in a minute. Now upon a time, she was coming about the women, and to my understanding, ain't neither one's the same. Being honest, now you can't say this and I can't say that. Who can say it? I can't say. I'm like I'm here, but I can't say. You can't say. She can't say. Well, in the functions of both of them as a masculine or a feminine, it's the same thing. It's just lacking of wisdom. So, but you let your family and your friends and people community see they fail, and you watched it. You just watched it, and it seemed like it was targeting. Or first number one first is magic. Create. How you do number one. You watched it. It's like somebody throwing rocks and behind it's got something behind it, but then they come back to see if it works, and then they come back and comfort. This is what we do daily. And who say is right and wrong? When you get it from somebody, if somebody taught you to do that because you was around that energy, person, grandma, auntie, cousin, friends, or whoever, you got a bad you got a bad seed of somebody, of your friends that's just not too good. But you love them anyway, but sometimes you're like, okay, I'm only going to be here for a little bit, but I'm gone. It's like, but when you try to give love and unconditional, say, well, hey, it's time to change, just forgive and go on. But when you give you that, show you the love, and they don't receive it, or they look at you like you's like two goody shoes or something like that. It's like you can't give it without a person looking like you better than them when you're the same. We fall, right? We messed up. But are you gonna forgive a person? Can you forgive them and move on, or are they gonna chase you, run a chaser with this energy of this Gemini? Because it seems like it's a running and chasing. And what we're doing is the divinely is the masculine and feminine running chaser of the same of family, friends on both sides, and they both are all in of a mess. And his wisdom is so slack. And who's better than others? It's nothing but dead. It stinks. It ain't nothing good. But you can't give that type of knowledge to another when they already have power within it. It's like, I already have the power. You just need to shut up. Because I already got the power. You just be quiet. Because no matter what, the power within me, I'm able to change the things. I'm going to make sure you like in hell. It's like somebody got power and make sure you little. But you so big. But they make it worse. So you're not able to grow. To cause problems and target it your individual, masculine, feminine. It doesn't matter. Even if it's you a twin winner, then the runner and chaser, y'all doing each other. You running, he chasing. Or the man is running, and the function in the feminine is chasing the man. The man is running. So whoever the roles, okay. And if it's the family, maybe it's the family, maybe you running and they chasing you. It's like person, place, and thing. I think the last video was about your best friend. So I'm saying it was some type of things going on. Now, some of this information is just, if it's not for you, it's not for you, or it's not tied in there. But it is something hidden in to bring enlightenment. It don't mean it's you. It could be anybody. But it's hidden mysteries with the Heirophant, and it's called Esoteric, and this is about the over things unseen. Okay, so they're giving you some type of conferred self assurance, absence of doubt, improper interpretation, unfavored traits of moralizing, bombast, or dogmist. They're giving you a dog. You know, it's like hidden things. Dogs a hunt. It's got to do animalistic, it's beastie things, right? Because you're not becoming acting as human. You're not acting green. You are not acting nature. You're acting as something else besides of nature or loving and kind. It's like unconditional love. Because love is pain. Period. Okay? So when you're dealing with that June, and especially we're in Juno has to do with the energy of Empress right now. So this the energy that's aligned in the stars. That's 28, 29. It's 29 really. So understand that's 29 degrees. That's a lines of all astrology. That means stars enlightenment of lined up too, and give you Saturn return, and give you Jupiter return, give you your Uranus energy. It's raining everywhere, and giving you cleaning things continually, of giving you emotional, also rest too. At a time of sabbatical jubilees of spiritual things, of all things as where we're in meditation of resting. But when you're dealing with rest time, and you're dealing with dark times of rest, when people are watching of influence of the time of speak from long time ago at a time as this. So this is what we're dealing with. Okay, so let's give you some, this is meditation I'm going to give here. It says, the moment of music happens, not in the notes themselves, but between the notes in the silences. That means the note. Juno note. I believe she was in the point of time, she was a challenge with Hercules, and I believe that she made it as a star because of her hope, and tried to do the best she could, but she still was a point of already starting in line in the skies, right? So stars in the sky. The sky has to do with our note. It also has to do with our star. And it has to do with, she had twins. I think it was terror and fear I think that's Greek word they gave her as the lovers, as the twins. So it's more information on that. Know that different strengths that and they give you the energy and the systematic and quick-witted of the strengths of June 5th of this Heirophant. So understand this real quick, no Mercury in here, but it's about the brilliance of the path. It gives you something like amaze others. It's like the amaze when others don't understand them, in their own ears, in their language plain and simple, based on the fact it's a pregnant. It's like pregnant, okay? But it's pregnant. Yet their ideas can be intricate and involved, and occasionally out of touch with reality. Their listeners may manage to follow the train of thought, yet fail untimely grasp and meaning or intention behind it. Some people put far too much emphasis on developing ideas and systems of thought, and too little on natural facts of everyday life. I'm telling you of rest. A lot of people ain't doing a lot for 395. Understand that. And some people watching. But it's about of developing ideas into little natural facts of everyday life. So if they're not doing like I said, if they're not doing nature part of, and then they're doing beastly, sick little things they do behind it of the brilliant of the path. And the path has to do with the railroad, but then it has like the leper. It's like the leper is like a puzzle of a maze, but coming out of the railroad. It makes sense. So it's like preserve or destiny. It's like preserved, but to remember who you are, regardless of how, who hang around of that type of spirit. But understand that. But your job was to remember about your memory thoughts and what is and what is not of wisdom of slack, misunderstood, greatly frustrated and misunderstood. Because you're gonna be act like that way if another person's gonna cause their problems when you already know some things that cause problems with you. Sometimes with dark things and some things, some people leave it alone, and some just won't understand why. But is it wrong? Is it good to know about some things in secret? Sometimes you don't even know you in some things and didn't understand what and why the problem is now. Okay? So my understanding is some of the things it says here. It says restrained and more measured and thoughtful. If they can get a handle of their energy and their systematic ways will order their lives well. If not, then chaos will reign. And I think they know that. Those born on this should never lose their enthusiasm, or will be enthusiasm, but simply learn to curb it is a bit of accept of disappointments and setbacks with steadfastness and composure. So it's like that's for know thyself and knowing others. It's like to me is somebody know you a little bit more than you or on the same time frame, and it's like a little ratchet. We call it Roger Rabbit. If that's the little prince that got the little rabbit and a Taurus, little energy on that little Disney little books and the nursery rhymes and stuff. So it'll give you some information. So now you get the truth in here, and like Ida B said, it's what bring light is truth, and that is truth. And we in time that people don't like that. Certain people can have the rights to say who can say what is right and what true. Then I explain why we all done failed in something. Ain't nobody bigger than other. Okay. So let's see. Anything else on here? Trying to bring more information. Let's see. It's about succeed. And here it goes right here. It's gonna say it says highly competitive. Competitive with challenge with all this influence. That's me. Instagram. That is TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all kinds of things or buildings of. That means all your different type of LLC corporation. Different. It's so much. It's so much. You're being your small business and become big. More grant money, different things. It's a lot. So it's giving you some perfectionists by nature. Some born on this day has day win. It's like born on this day win up. It means merciless, mercy as mercilessly, or let me see this how to say it correctly. Mercilessly grinding themselves in a direction, thinking such as attitude will help them succeed, often their own worst enemy. Okay, they create difficulties in themselves and others which do not exist. Mental conflicts in particular attract them, but it is more often physical challenges which they must overcome. It means anxieties can be avoided by finding means satisfaction in activities which balance both mind and body. Now, let me tell you about anxiety. I've learned when you're around narcissistic people, that means needy, and they need that empath, that energy. And when you become anxiety because they didn't pull your energy, it's like pulling the energy, going tug of war, pulling yours from one, and then you're getting the anxiety because they're pulling the energy from you. Because understand, you're dealing with narcissistic because they don't have the source of light. So when you have an impact and you have that energy of light, and some don't have that, they become an empty dough. They have the light. They have on the outside and look just like you, but inside don't have the heart of the light. And they pull yours and you anxiety because they send in your energy because they are plugging in or cording and attached to you. Now, why wisdom slack? It is a communication on backs of sacred of generations. It's secrets, okay? Secret, SACRET, and it has generation of your family, okay? You are the strong energy source. We have all front and back side. I would say we have all front and back to back, side to side. Gives you a cross, a road, right? Give you that crossroad. Still lacks of others, especially women of torch, swords of liberty. Give you some of that Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Okay, meaning balance of number 14 would be a tarot card, which would be tarot card, which would be temperance, right? Of scales was not so much of balance, but the women came as the bee and the queens of the stings each other, hurt, bruised, and confused, and silly, and mean toward each other, cut into pieces, separated, and they cut and they bleed each other. What's left bleeding? Heart. Heart has to do with your chakra, right? Giving you some of the energy of green, which would be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Okay. So, and the whole body's bleeding, broken heart and pieces. You know how long it takes time to heal a heart, and it become beast. In other words, become a cucumber batchers. Okay, little meaning pricks. I mean, that's a change of something, transform from something negative, right? And become as a watcher instead of a hunter. They bring another hunter. It's like this: a watcher instead of for a hunter to brings food to the plate with the utensil and forks instead of a plate with money. It's like targeted to individual. That's the tip. It's targeted by individual division of people, not liberty with no indivisible with all. It's the torch that holds the light. That dim become dark, a reflection of shadow. And that's something I wrote. Now, this is what you're dealing with. Influence everybody. It has the same gifts. Sometimes a little bit, I call it, hating on the other person. Hating. of influence of the same thing you have. You know, a person watch you all the time. Let me go here. Something. Let me use this one here. Spheres of heaven. So we'll see. So we got Nina in here, and she has some other things that she said before I get all of that. Nina, she has the quotes, and she says here. Nina is her genre is R&B and jazz and blues, right? American singer, songwriter, musical arranger, civil rights activist, pianist, songwriter. I tell you what freedom is to me, no fear. You have to learn to get up from the table when love is not being served. Giving you the table. And the love is not giving you, it's not giving you served. Giving you the information about the influence of wisdom that's slack about women we do with this cucumber badge. Giving you the information of the function of the masculine and the feminine, okay? It's the function, it's all about that type of women and type of gifts, right? We're dealing with it. Battle, competition. And you wonder why things, towers and stuff, rain happen, different things happen in the world. Because we're the one causing the problem. And we're not saying nothing. But some people know the more you do in that type of environment and energy, then they already know that's the purpose to put you in that predicament. So you're not able. Because they know it's your time. And you probably already had anyway. You didn't know that you had your gifts already was given. Right? Okay. Love is pain. Now, unconditional love is two different. It's no condition. But if this world become as conditioning, then you know it's love and pain coming with it. Okay, let's be real. Now, I'm a real rebel with a clause. Cause I've already done that with. To be young, gifted, and black. Now, that's going to get somebody mad about that. You know what black is? Black has to do with void. Void has the stars that's been up in astrology, skies, and as the stars. But somebody will say, "Oh, you can look at it however you would like." But I ain't never seen one black. So, to my understanding, I think it's the conditioning of education, and some things was given to make somebody less and not to be not more important. So kind of sometimes we have to understanding that targeting toward, and you pull it in and you believe in it, and then you after you get older you kind of like, no, it's more than that. Yes, it is, because it is the thoughts and what you giving to another person. That's like somebody feeding you this. You don't always got to get full with it. Because you can get full of a whole lot of mess and ain't you full but a whole lot of confusion. But sometimes the full is a feeding of energy of what you bring it in. It's up to you. Let's see. Eunice. Okay, this one here is excuse me. Excuse me, I wasn't trying to remember her name, but I didn't want to say that. But anyway, it has to do with her waymaker. She was a waymaker, Miss Nina Simone, and she was a moon. She was the function of that reflection. She was a star. A moon is a star too, okay? If they ain't telling you that, it is, okay? Lights, we're talking about lights, even dark. It's still light too, all right? So, let's see. More of the visionary clairvoyant, and that is the clairvoyance, and that will give Rochelle Farrell. Everything must change, and nothing has ever felt like this. With Will Downey. I see that it is around, so I kind of like, yeah. And the strong of her voice, supernatural abilities proceed. It has to do with events and future beyond normal sensory. It's the Cognizance, that's your head, and the clairsentience, which is that is who is variability and gifted. Okay, but like I said, out of being said, the way that's the way it's the way, the right, wrong. It's like a little Keesler, the wrongs. There's a wrong and a right, and I love somebody like that wrong, something like that. But to me, it's the turn the light of truth upon them. This is the only way in order to expose them to light. Bring it the light. There it is, and there's so. Bring the light, and that is spiritually giving you on 7-7 on that. Because that's the perceive in the world into different things, what they call it, precipitation to do with rain, because you keep all of that information that you open is watery. It's gonna cause the different frequencies. You just open your mouth because that's power. It's different ripples than with water when you speak with the water. Very important. Let's see anything. Oh, and then also, listen, we got a lot of things going on with the prison, and they got to do with life, and that's a movie too. Now, if that resonates to somebody, but honey, this got something to do. It's certain things they do now. They got more opportunity to do more than they ever. They do things that we didn't even know they were doing. So if that resonates, a little secret on that, let me put a little secret on there. Honey, they can do the same thing you doing. You didn't know that? Influencing. Hello, somebody at their own identification and search and value. Hello. They can too. Certain things missing. They ain't gonna be in there all the time. Because sometimes some people won't allow things to do things for a reason. And they need to stop playing with other people, because we are all together, regardless how they feel or not. We are important, just in other people that have power too. We have it. But when they're dealing with misusing people for different things because of your gifts targeting behind it, it's time for things for everything. And things fall down. You know how you mess with them? With their pockets. Mess with their pocket. Then you get their attention. Mm-hmm. But when you know that they done already messed up anyway, because they already put the gun. You running, they got the gun. They done already messed up. They know that. They know that. They know what they doing. They know what they doing. They know what they doing. They know. So what we gonna do? Fall with them? Hell yeah. I said hell, because that's what it is gonna be hell. Because it's dead anyway. If you acting like them, they sending the energy toward you, you're acting like them. You running. They chasing. If that's a man, and you like, man, leave me alone. I don't want to mess. I ain't thinking about you. You be sitting around here just taking my energy. I got other things to be doing. I ain't got time to mess with you like that. It's a partner. It's somebody else that may want you, honey. Okay, that's masculine, whoever. And the family. If your family ain't acting right, it's another family. You don't have to. If it's your children acting one, hell, it's gonna be somebody else. It'll hurt you, but still, you'll find somebody. Because they get older, they don't understand. They'll come back and say, Mom, I'm sorry. It's just the point in time, like, you have to think about what you did. Okay. I'm putting this on here. The next, I got here a knight. Woo! That is the knight. These knight cups. You know, the knight with the cup. That's like a Cancer. This is like a Cancer cup, or it can be Pisces or Scorpio, but Cancer. It's a knight. He coming for something. You know what knight is for. Look here. The Knight is like a charge coming to something. So we're gonna figure it out. See this with the Knight. Knight means power too. This somebody is a war. It's like a person that is a warrior. You know, emotional could be. Already have the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Chariot, controlling. You know. Ooh, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. Let me flip up here. I have I have 5 swords in here. I got 8 cups. 9 swords and pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 8 pentacles. So I'm doing like this. So it was a lot. I don't know if I want to keep all that, but I'm just gonna leave it here. Since we're in 5, might as well keep it. Alright, so what we have here is 2 cards in here, and that's 5 and 4. That's 9 swords. 9 swords? Somebody had 9 swords in this. And so now you got this purple in here, so you know they got this cups. So let's just put in here. We got 8 cups in here. We're gonna put the color in here. We're gonna do all that. But then you got 8. What is it? Pentacles. That's a lot. That's 8 and 8 cups and 8 pentacles. Come on, somebody. But it's about this night. That's past. It could be a year. It could be a year. It could be yourself, as you're the one that's the chariot of this. But you got a lot of 9 swords too. I'm going 9 swords. Because to be honest with you, I'm not saying 9. That's a lot of swords in here. So you already know. Let me see what these. And 8 and 8. You know what they're gonna give you? The 88, 8.8, 8 million. 8 million. Look at that. So let's get on in here. 8. My understanding, we already know what it is. Swords in here. But you is number 1 right here. That's the point of your creation. And Charity Cancer's going into the next month. So that's going to be Cancer. And the purple, enlightening attitude. And you're the control of the whole seat. About that. And then all those 9, that's the end of it. It means transformation of that. Then you got 8 cups. I'm coming 8 cups and 8. Hey, we come on that strong. We talking about real strong here. And though it's going to tell you something, 8 and 8 and 16, so something must have failed. And you done stayed on that horse. It's telling you what didn't happen. You already had the 9. And it failed. Then it's telling you, but you up on it. You driving that horse. I mean, you got it going on. Wow. That's good things there. It's good. When it falls, it's still good things. So that's my understanding. That's how I feel about it. Okay, 8 cups. Let's do this. It says a flaming heart at the center of the universe of a union with divine. There goes the divine. There you go with the masculine. Now he's in that function energy. You could be in that function too. So if you don't have the other part, then it's you. That's you. Okay. And the other person, he probably went to another person. He don't these divine connection doesn't mean that it's gonna play like it's supposed to. It could be the opposite. It could be a partner, somebody else, or you are the person. You are the masculine and the feminine, or whoever the role. Okay, but it's about emotional achieve of stability, imprisonment of stagnation, meaning this was stagnant. And if they gonna give you all of these here, these 9 swords in here, and then what's left? Um, that means some 9 of them of your heart, however your body to, and all that 9 gonna give you a transform, and then put you in a 12 in a stagnation, and put you in a prison in that type of energy. And if there was a masculine doing that, then that was what he was coming toward for you in the first place. Hello. But my understanding that you can still use that, but my understanding, he was the one who was coming for you anyway. He was trying to put you in that predicament. But then when fail and you transform, and then you got 8 cups and 8 pentacles. There it is. It has something to do with temptation. Because that's what he came from. He came from that. And when, especially with cancer, a male cancer, they something else. I'm telling you, there's something else, and that is, whoop. Somebody had a signature. Somebody resonates on the July, because we got Cancer here. Miss Ida B. She's July the 16th. Somebody got that July 16th. May connect to that. Hello, somebody, or that's Nina. Nina's is, I believe it was February 21st. Is Pisces. So whoever it is. I mean, Pisces, Aries in there, and a little bit of Cancer in here, maybe some Gemini, Cancer. So, like I said, whoever could have been the person. But my understanding has something to do with expansive journey, and has to do with that's got to do with nurturing. You know, like you nurture yourself and others and around. It has to do with cosmic union. Okay. That means that it has something to do with tender and a basic of a lesson. It has some love in here. Like I said, pain. But mine is in love. How many times in here? Well, it has something to do with sun and moon. Sin is in order because you have the Saturn of the energy here, and all the eclipse, and the moon is different phases. Ain't never had that. All the planets are lined up. So this has to do with a big old cosmic union, and a lot of stuff that's on here is negative and positive, but it is motifs of the cups of the symbolize of cosmic reach, energy, power, forces, light and dark, being the total balance. Everything is in flow. All that water and rain right now. From this point in, we can move from the universal itself. You can change, move, you understand, change things. So now let's go on an 8 pentacles. Okay, giving you some of that material spiritual perfection. That's perfection. It's like perfection. You know, that's being perfect. You know, I don't believe that. I'm not perfect. But if somebody's saying this spiritual perfection is given a pillar. Pillar is like the pillars of doors that go in and out. It makes sense. But it's the mirror, shaped the mirror. It's a reflection of something. And that is the 4 of the pentacles. But the pillar is sturdy and more flexible. It's like the flexible, and the strong of only is the material plane. But they give you that grounding energy. That gives you that Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. But it's a spiritual, it's a true fulfillment with true wealth. That means the world. That means that 21 that I'm saying is perception and all kinds of things of influencing of things that be good or bad. Could be something slack in that energy with certain people with their influence in what you do daily. But also has to do with possessed and that's that covet. That means something tied to things. With that lovers, with that Gemini, right? It's connected to a lot of that. And marriage is also with the tarot card, which will be Heirophant. Okay. But my understanding is like attaining of richness of spirit and soul. So you got spirit and soul giving you different lights, dark and light. Okay, that means it's untimely hollow. Okay, hollow. Give you some of that hollow energy. I believe another video, last a couple videos about the hollow. That has something to do with hidden things, secrets, and different things that's been hidden. And I call it hidden and hitting, as that makes sense. It's hid. So other than that, it is a matter of it is saturated with spirit. There is wholeness, holiness, and can happen. So it's a lot of information. Okay, it's like something is going through the portal of certain things, doors. Now, there's good things here, but like I said, it was quick with that. But now, there was something I was gonna go in here. I was gonna pick one. Oh yeah, I got one. I like this one here. So let's see what can tie with anything else with this one. Believe in your magic. So now I'll just say I'm talking about. I'm true. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say about all these influences of things and it's a lot. Everybody's competitive about every influence of what you're doing daily. Everybody's trying to the new ideas, and some people like to take things and without asking. So take the energy and believe you nothing. I mean, don't big me nothing. See? But we want the hope that hopefully somebody will look at you, that you are very gifted and you are very important. And the ones that don't, they just know. Don't even worry about it, just keep moving. When it's like that, I try to like, ooh, still got that witch hanging in there, y'all. See it? Still hanging in there with them strings and stuff tied up with you. You know, sometimes people use stuff tied with your fingers and your hands, and that means it has to do tied to your hands. That's what you do daily. And if they doing that with your hands and your toes, they're a witch. Straight like that. That's somebody trying to tie of your elements of each thing of your hands. Trying to stop it. Trying to tie to her or him. This particular of this type of teeth. See, one of the different languages like that, they're trying to tell you something. Tip. TIP. With me, targeted individuals about person, place, and things. Type. First thing was gold. Here's gold. Here's gold. They said you don't need someone else to fix you. So when they come to you, they're always trying to fix you. This is about conditioning. These are people that have power and they can have controlling of narcissistic of orders if they are control handler. Here we go again. That's 36. 36 gonna give you 3 and 6. Gonna give you the communication. Gonna give you that Gemini energy, which you also gonna give us. I'm giving you Gemini. Okay, that have to do with lovers. Okay, that could be something connected, tied. Like I said earlier, marriages. Okay. All right, don't cash your pearls. Okay, there it is. Got pearls in here with that. Okay, understand that that's the month of Gemini. But sixth house has to do with Virgo. That means your creations, what you do, right? And you see it's her hands, right? And I understand it has to do with cup or tea. But it has something, either she looks like she's trying to have a sip of tea or a little coffee. Looks like her face don't look too like she's kind of worried in a way. She's up to something. She up. Look here. She's kind of upset. But it's about, you don't need to fix somebody. Somebody else shouldn't fix you. So it's like you don't need someone else to fix you. Don't worry about it. She's in the kitchen. All right. Now, here's the other one. Number 12. We just, like I said. Now, 3 and 6. Now, let's get some understanding about that cup. The cup going to have something to do with that cup. And emotional type. Also going to give you something about that dress. She got some hidden things behind it, too. Because understand that means she got some she understand about it. She know about her psyche. She know what's really going on. Okay? And she in this kitchen, too. So I'm going to tell you what type of, who she is, a Cancer here. Or a Gemini. Give you that information. Virgo too. 3 and 6. Give that 9. So it means, okay, we ain't worried about that end. The end is always going to transform. She transforms something with that emotional of certain things. It ain't always going to be like that. But she's in the kitchen though. So she's cooking. Cooking means she doing something. She got a lot of ideas with her. Okay. Now this one, 12 is stuck energy, but to my understanding, number 12 will give me that hangman energy, right? But with that, it's giving expectation though. Golden expectation. Okay, look at that. Don't seek anyone approval. We're still talking about somebody else. This is behind. That's why she's looking like that. Because it hidden here. You got that new moon and all that. That could be some of the problems, issues. But look at that. It's enlightenment though. Hey, she lighting up. Look at that. Okay? And yes, it's hidden things in here telling you this force. Now that's in the kitchen and in the environment. And the woods. So okay, now we got number 7. Number 7 is going to be the sword. Make the change. Make the change. Michael Jackson's energy is strong. Okay, very strong. And it's about the mirror. The man in the mirror. It's about you reflecting of this moon, all of this, and reflecting of it. Okay, understand that. Now, I guess she want to cut her. When you trying to cut your, to my understanding, it looks like she's trying to cut her hair. My understanding. But to me, when you cut something, is that you cutting something in your hair. Maybe this person, whoever behind, it's all about somebody else. Because reflection has to do with moon energy. This could be something, maybe you need to cut her hair again due to whatever behind. Alright, maybe they using it. Hair. So it's got to do with hair, it's somebody's hair, and they mean using. Alright? And that is the energy that's causing problems. Because maybe that's what it is. But like I said, I understand when you're dealing with pearls. Let me tell you something. My daddy, he raised hogs, okay? But he let me, I knew something. He always used vinegar. And for his feet, because, oh my God, I just imagine that he was doing with hogs and with those boots and all kinds of things. And he always kept vinegar. And little ammonia too. I'm like, what kind of feet he has? Because your ammonia gonna burn. But he used both. And baby, and when you're dealing around with swine and things that's unclean and the spirit that's around you, your best thing is the clean and the vinegar. And feminine, hopefully, if you got a big birth, big birthday gonna make you right. If some, if that resonate. If some, excuse me. Because it is like a competition thing on here about the big old red birthday of the hot, we call them bags, hot water bags, and then you got the plastic bottles and all of that, and different things, and how to clean and what not to clean, because it's not clean, it never was, and then some people don't drink, it's not drink, excuse me. Maybe somebody need drink, maybe I need to drink some water. Maybe everybody needs to drink some tea, or coffee or soda or whatever you would like. But my other thing is I'm saying that it's different, right? So everybody got their own way now. New ideas. You got some lady don't do anything with her feminine things anymore due to the water or whatever, and some people don't take baths and showers. However, it's up to who. It's just always a competition on all things of knowledge. It's like a fight, right? But at the end of the day, what's best for you is the issue, not what everybody else. Seems like with this, my understanding with all of this, it has to do with others and not you. And if that you give all the energy to them, then they get all your energy. You know. But understand if anything you deal with and things like that, with people so ugly like that, cut it. You know how you cut things? You can cut things with liquid. Liquids is gonna tell you something. If you're gonna take a bath, you're gonna clean your whole body. That's spirit. But if you kind of cut anything, even if with certain things, understand what their elements for. Garlic is cut, and baby, you put them garlic in some fresh garlic and make you a good old tea or a good old soup. That's one good thing for the cut. Vinegar is gonna kill stuff and also cut, and it's a natural of vinegar. It's natural. So natural is what herbs and certain things can cut. Other things that cause different type of spells, which is not temporary, but with what they use is a lot of energies of the elements of the stars and line, you know. Because if you put some in the ground and if it's still moist and within the next day it's already growing. And it's just understanding about the growth of nature, understand about it. But some people will use it for good and some will use it for bad. But understand what you're doing is not trying to harm people. It's just to keep yourself clean. And how to do that. It could be with your person, yourself, and others around. Understand that. Because we got people are very envy about your spiritual gifts and abilities right now. Very, very negative. Envious, vexing each other, and people. That's what the energy. But let me see what kind of good things. But my understanding is make the change though. Sword mean cut. Cut mean the hair. Hair also has to do with Harris or Eris. It has to do with Harris and Eris. That mean cut. That means you need to cut ties. Cut ties. That's what it said. Cut. Air me has something to do with the Eris, which give the Empress energy. Okay? So within you, Empress, you need to cut. You got to cut it. Cut your hair or some type of hair that's been used and trying to cause problems and a change, and you can change. Change your hair and change other things. It could be anybody, right? Let's get here since we on this function of wisdom. Let's bring some enlightenment. Come on, somebody. We didn't went through the process of it, how it is, and what people are. You know, the 395 working what you doing. Working 9 to 5. I mean, inside, whatever you do. All right, because, honey, I'm saying truth is light. It says here, the limits of the possibility, the limits of the possible can only be defined by going beyond them into the impossible. It's always about them them. Arthur C. Clarke. We talking about Arthur and Clarke. Maybe somebody named Arthur, somebody named the last name Clark, or Clark can have something to do with Superman. However, it's about, it was a newspaper, so come on. I mean, he had another side, right? Arthur got something to do with somebody that write. So my understanding it is a quote here and this is inspiration. Okay, this one here, it says the secret of the success is what we never give up. It's a game. It's a game. But you done gave all the strong leaders up in here, and understanding those colors were blue and green. They give you heart and communication. And that, and the white giving you the wisdom. So 3-9 give you all the greens of the mini cucumber batchers. And they warriors now. And you're dealing with them. And how you deal with them. And this is a cucumber attack. Because that's what this is about. Alright? But you got gold, honey. Gold. Yes, gold, girl. You got gold. You got gold. Got gold. So, let's see what we got in here. Let's see. 20. This is giving you self-realization about yourself, honey. And about 36 and 9. 9 is the end of things, okay? 29 gonna give you that Juno energy. 395. Let's see. 14. Let's see. 14. 17 gonna give you a star. So I'm giving you all the numbers. You got 888. That's money. Abundance there. Then you have your own chariot, and that is enlightenment. You got that, or you had your masculine or feminine coming in here starting stuff with these dang swords, and you're all in your back and stuff. All right, but you got. You say, got Kenny in here. You got some. What's it? You got the folded something. You got the. Fold into something. You got your money. And that's got to do with about certain things that you're doing. Energy's here. It's here. Can't fight. It's right here. You got strong weight right here. That's that wisdom. You gotta take that. You're like, I take that. Everything gonna be alright. Sometimes you just have to give out the information that's needed about slacking of wisdom. Sometimes we got so many people that have so much powers and seats and things, doing things in this world and doing things because of power in order to do things to harm others, or they're gonna make you greater. Sometimes you just don't. You kind of wore out with it. Sometimes it's like how you feel about it. It's not gonna always be good things about a war. It surely is not. It's always something bad. It's a dead thing, and then it stinks too. So, but you just got like everything will be all fine. It's just not to be wary. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.